Okay, so this is Necesse. Now, I've done something a little different that I usually don't do. This is a game that I've actually been playing off. I looked at it on Monday, I think it was, just to make sure everything was streamable and that kind of fun stuff, where stuff is and that kind of thing, so I don't look like a complete idiot when I start up the game. And then I played a little bit of it. Next thing I know, it's this morning, and I'm looking at how much time have I actually, because I've been playing it off and on all week, and I look at how much time I've actually put in this game. I put 12 hours in this game before this morning, and I played it some more. Are these fields before? Yes, these are the fields before Baldur's Gate. But anyway, so somehow I managed to put 12 hours into this game and didn't realize it this week, just goofing around with it. Turns out I actually kind of like it. What kind of game is it? As the title says, it's an open world colony sandbox survival game. What does that mean? Think of... I'm starting to call it RimWorld meets Valheim, because that's kind of sort of what it is. At least to me it is so far. Basically, you build a little colony, you recruit your colonists in. They don't come to you necessarily automatically. You have to actually hire them to join you. You have to go underground to do mining. You have to harvest resources. There's fighting bosses, all this other fun stuff. Oh, it sucked me in fully. It really has. I mean, I actually have to... if I wasn't streaming, if I didn't have a streaming schedule, I'd probably be playing it probably 6 to 8 hours a day. It's one of those type of games for me. It hits me right in the addictive spot. It's just one of those types of games for me. It may not be for you, but again, it's one of those games that just, it hits my brain in all the right places. So, and that's what matters. So, anyway, as you can see, this is still early access. The game was actually released back in 2019. But again, indie developer, so, COVID hit, of course. I'm sure that helped. And, but anyway, so if you see, bugs, missing incomplete or unpolished features, stuff. Now, what does that really mean? This game is actually pretty solid. Again, I've had, about 12 hours or so into it. I haven't really noticed anything goofy. Bugs might be happening, but I'm not noticing them. There's lots of content in here still. Even though technically it's early access, there's still lots to do. And so they may be calling it early access, but I'm kind of curious why it hasn't been fully released yet, in all honesty, because I think it's ready for prime time, but I haven't gone super far into it either. I've purposely been avoiding some certain things that we'll talk about here in a second. It does have multiplayer. I haven't tried it yet, so I don't know if that'll work or not. You can host a world, blah, blah stuff. Pretty easy. Just pick the save file you want to do. You can start a new world if you want. We're not doing that. Select this one, server visibility, invite only, friends only, open. So if you do friends only, I think this is only on Steam, so only friends of Steam will see this. You can set how many player slots you want. How many would be good? I have no idea. I put a password on it if you want. Allow connection by IP, or just turn that off. Force PvP. You don't have to have that either. Leave blank for no password. There you go. And you just host it and go from there. Should we do that? We'll see if anybody's interested first before we even consider doing that. So again, multiplayer is a thing. I have no experience with it though. We'll just get this started. Keep in mind, this is a world we've been playing for a little while. Now, one issue is, well, actually, no, this is how it's different from RimWorld, and this is why I think it's more like Valheim, because you actually play one of the people in the village. When you start the game, it's just you, and you start off, by this little house, and there's a guy there that tells you what to do or how to do things, that kind of thing, right? And then you're basically do what you want. So that starting house is actually over to the northwest of us. Actually, we can go take a look at it. We'll come back here and have a better idea. So again, this was all built by me so far. You can speed up your movement a little bit. Each one of those little people are one of our villagers that we, hired for all intents and purposes. There's different biomes. There's this forest. There's a snow. There's a desert. I think there's a swamp as well. I haven't done a whole lot of exploring. I've been basically just stuck on this one particular island, and you'll see how travel works here in a second. And I ran by the starter house. So this is where the location you actually start. Just a basic house. You got a stairway down into the underground to explore and dig and whatever. You can take you can actually take the furniture out of here if you want. You won't get in trouble. There was a bed here that I had to borrow because if you want to change your spawn point, you need a bed, and you don't get a bed right from the start. It's because of the materials required to build a bed. Now, food is a thing in this. Water is not. Of course, you can see at the top. We've got a health bar and then food. Down at the bottom is your inventory. Currently active, hot buttons, that kind of stuff. You just basically hit the number you want, or you can use the mouse button or mouse wheel to change the different numbers you want. And in this case, we're going to number 7 because that's food. In this case, it's a roasted duck breast. So this is going to give us 25 nutrition, which is going to be about 2 of the little food icons at the top. And for 8 minutes, we'll have a bonus to our max health. So eat that. There we go. You don't click on the actual button, you just click. There we go. And there we go. So now we're nice and not hungry anymore. Open up our inventory and we'll throw in some roasted fish in there for next time we need to get hungry. And we're good to go. So anyway, there's your inventory. So what condition are these thirst-starving? Are there thirst-starving, cold, etc.? Cold doesn't seem to be a thing. Weather is just fluff at this point, from what I can tell. Starving, I haven't been dumb enough to go starving. I'm always carrying around some type of food with me. Health, when you die. And the way it works, at least with this difficulty setting, which I don't remember what it was, you die and everything in your inventory, so basically this big section of boxes here in the middle, that gets dropped to the ground, but you keep everything that's in your hotbar. So you get, and your actual equipment over here on the left. So this stuff on the left, that little series of 12 boxes, you keep everything there. Everything here gets dropped. This stuff you keep as well. And then just run back to your body, you pick it up. Otherwise, there's no real penalty for that. In the graphic style, it is quite good. Animation of raindrops on terrain is a nice touch. It is. Again, it's nice fluff. It's nice fluff. And as you can see, there's animals. There's sheep. There's cows. Then there's, say, I think squirrels and rabbits running around. There's fishing. There's ducks. You can see the people. There's a little rabbit there. And yes, you can kill the rabbits and stuff and, take their food. Like, or actually that guy, he's one of our hunters. He's probably, he's hunting the rabbit. Watch him hunt the rabbit. There we go. So that rabbit dropped his little leg and he's going to pick that up and I'll probably bring it back to storage here eventually. We have a slight problem. I don't know if you can see what the slight problem is. We have an abundance of sheep and cows. Because the way it works is you get basically you find a rope. Like where's our rope? I don't even have my rope with me. It's probably in storage somewhere. Put it in storage accidentally, probably. So you have storage of different types. So rope. Where'd you go, rope? There's a rope. So rope. So what you do is you equip a rope and then you go out and you basically just right click on an animal that you want to bring back. It gets leashed up and you just pull them back to where you want them to be. They will not go through doors unless you open the door for them. That kind of stuff. So you got to keep that in mind. This all basically started with like, I want to say 2 or 3 cows and 2 or 3 sheep. I kid you not. We have storage for sheep. Yeah, it's called the food bin. Because every now and then we have a, what's the word? Culling? Is culling the right word? Or is it, I don't know. But anyway, Gimpy's got a fun little weapon. It's called the Berserk Gold Glaive. And what does it do? It does this. We have to do this from time to time. Try not to kill the cows. Sometimes. And again, this is just a culling to cut down the numbers a little bit. And why do you want to do this? Mainly because there's a lot, and they do eat food. We don't have a problem producing food for them, but they're there. So now we just run around afterwards, pick up all the stuff we just made. And like, yes, you do get the meat, and you get the sheep rocks. Sheep and cows are good for 2 things each. Sheep are good for wool and mutton. Cows good for milk and beef. So if you don't want to eat beef, you can milk the cows. If you don't want to eat the sheep, you just keep harvesting them for their wool. And I don't have my shears. I messed up earlier. I'm not some shepherd. I'm a wonderful shepherd. I'm making sure they have plenty of food. So again, you can just run into objects all day like I'm doing. Oh, I have shears with me. Oops. So again, you have different tools. Standard stuff for this type of game. You have an axe, a pick, have different materials. Let's see, starts at wood, then it goes to copper, iron, gold, and then an ice type thing. And see the sheep, you can just shear them for their wool, so you don't have to kill them. Now there is actually a village person. One of your villagers can actually do this job for you, so you don't have to as far as the shearing goes. Unfortunately, we don't have one. If we've hired, I don't know. So anyway, so again, you have different tools. You have your weapons of different types. There's swords, there's bows. Let's see. You have your crafting stations. There's an anvil. You gotta make armor. They have headpiece, chest, and feet. So you've got pickaxes, an axe. So pickaxe for mining, axing for chopping down trees. Also works as a weapon. Not as well though, because it's mainly meant for a tool. There's a shovel. Shovels are mainly used for clearing out terrain stuff, like these are walking squares. You can clear these out with the shovel. You can clear out the grass and make it dirt underneath. This is sand over here. You can dig up the sand and use that for different stuff, like making bottles. It's the only thing that sand is used for, is to make bottles, to make potions. And of course we have weapons: a sword, spear, bow. And the material determines what kind of weapons you can make, as you can see. And the different qualities. So, you know, iron boots are worth 4 armor, copper are only worth 2. So, typical stuff. And the pawnbrokers, we have a merchant coming to our town. And your people actually fight to defend the city if you send them to do this. So, again, different weapons. So, again, longsword, there's a great sword. Spear we already saw, there's a bow. Oh, a sparkler. This is like a wand or a staff. I have one of these. This one is basically a flamethrower. It's really effective. It works. It's fun to use. It's kind of like a little flamethrower. What else? You got that. Oh, you have a shield, which I don't know if the shields work or not. It says you're supposed to hold down, equip it, and hold space to block incoming attacks. It doesn't seem to. It doesn't seem to do that. Gold crown. I haven't made one of these yet. I didn't even know this was. This is just max summons. I don't know what the max summons means yet. I think it's related to magic. Some type of summoning magic that I haven't tried yet. There's a gold axe that we haven't used. And the better material the weapon or the tool is, the better it is at harvesting stuff. So a golden axe chops down trees faster than a wooden axe or a iron or a copper. So basically you want to go through that type of progression, of course. And you have different, like a glaive only exists at gold. There is no gold greatsword, but there is an iron greatsword. There's a gold great bow, which does more than double the damage of a regular gold bow. It fires a little bit faster, it looks like, too. So, charges up to fire, shoots arrows. So, I'm not exactly sure what the charging up is. Haven't used one of those yet. Then you have different other types of tools. You have a sickle to make your harvesting of plants more efficient. Shears, as you saw, for the sheep. There's a bucket for the milking the cows. cannonballs. So there are ballistic type weapons. There are guns in this game. Not a lot of choices. We can't look at any, or we can't make any right now. Then there's other material that's made with frost shards, which is found in the underground of the cold biome. I've already dug up some of that because I found enough to make some frost boots, which again slightly better than regular boots. It's because iron boots are 4 armor. Or sorry, gold is 5 armor. These boots are 5 armor, but that's a little bonus to movement speed. So slightly, a nice little upgrade. Again, that's all the same stuff. So you have the different armor. And these weapons we haven't taken a look at yet. Oh, they got a great sword, spear, a glaive, a boomerang. Yes, boomerangs are a thing. And a frost staff as well, which does magic damage 16. Shoots 2 accelerating projectiles. Be interesting to see what that does. Requires bat wings and the frost shards to make that. So there's your equipment that you can make that we're aware of at least so far. And you get your little crafting stations. This is a forge for basically turning your ores into bars or sand into glass bottles or potions. This is your basic workstation, which makes your wooden tools, a lot of your workstations, basically I think all of your workstations, as well as some other stuff like walls of different types, wood, stone, the ice thing, doors, the pavement, arrows, all the stuff. And there's this some type of circuitry system in this. I haven't even bothered to play with it yet because there's also mine carts and tracks. We'll see those downstairs. You can make this stuff if you want. You have the necessary materials. Basically good for faster travel. I imagine you can build them up here on the surface too. If you want, you have a big enough army or island to run around on. If you want to go from point to point, that kind of thing. So anyway, so there's that. Alchemy table. Make different potions as long as you have the necessary ingredients. Like we can make some healing potions if we want, or make some sand. Basically turn bottles at this. How do you make sand? Sand. Crafting material. Can be placed on most terrain. So you turn. Okay, so you actually turn stone into sand. I didn't notice that before. So that's cool. So you can turn your rocks into sand, so you don't have to go digging for it on the shoreline here. But the shoreline, all you need is a shovel, and you can just turn this place into just a nice little farmland if you really want to. And again, some different stuff. A little pendant. This is our carpenter's bench. This is important because this is the only way you can make a bed. So you got pine beds, spruce beds, depending on what wood is available, determines what you can make. What do you need a bed for? Well, you can sleep in a bed to heal up, and you can also bind there. So when you die, that's where you appear. Because if you don't do that, you end up over in the very starting location, which is over by that house we first looked at. So, or just looked at. You got some decorative furniture like the candelabras and torches mounted on a wall, bookcases. This is Gimpy's personal room. He's got even a tub that he doesn't actually use. Got his personal storage. These purple things are meant for summoning bosses. This is where I get the Valheim vibe from this. The purpose of summoning bosses is they open up new stuff for you by killing them. I haven't killed any yet. I haven't even tried. But I guess the general idea is you call the powerful boss, kill him, get new stuff, or open up new stuff for you to collect or whatever. Again, haven't done it yet. We'll try to get it done today, of course. Knockback potion. Oh, recall scrolls. So when you're out in the middle of nowhere, you just use a scroll and it brings you right back to your bind point, which for Gimpy is that bed right there. Again, you can fish. There's bait. There's a fishing rod. Currently not doing that, but there's our iron fishing rod. So you just equip that and go out here and you just do a little bit of fishing, collect some fish, free food kind of deal. And all our little villagers. So anyway, that's the basic stuff. That's pretty basic for this type of game, right? Is, just go out, harvest resources, make stuff, and progress that way. Now, the twist to this one is the colony portion of it. You can see all our little colonists running around. They've all been hired by me. You need money, and sometimes some of them require certain resources like leather or wool to join you, plus money. And, they join you. And this is the colony management stuff. You have your settings. You can change the name of the city. Our little town's called Rocketville as always. Make public. I don't know what this does. Private, public. I don't know what the difference is. I haven't checked that. See what that is. Unclaimed settlement. So I'm guessing you just walk away from it and move on with your life. Settlers. This is everybody who lives currently in the city. We have 16 settlers in here. You can change their names. As soon as I saw this, I went, yes, thank you. So the only person I've renamed is Bob. I don't remember what Bob's old name was, but that's his name now, Bob. He's currently very happy. Yes, they have stuff. Hey, Hobo, welcome back. Who's going to burn this one down? There's no burning in this one that I'm aware of. Well, I take that back. If you use explosives, you can destroy stuff. Yes, there are explosives. There's dynamite and exploding bomb and little bombs and stuff, which will blow apart the walls and other stuff, and people too. So, but there's no actual burning that I'm aware of. Anyway, you got to keep people happy, of course, otherwise they will try to leave. This person not so happy. Well, somewhat happy. That's good enough for me. Let's see. You can assign them to a specific bed. I just let them pick whatever bed they want under it because I really don't care. You can move them to other settlements. So yes, you can have multiple settlements. We'll get to that in a minute. You can banish them. Go, I don't want you here anymore. You eat too much food, don't do enough work. Banish them. And then you can give them different jobs. So I'll say, commands. So select all the settlers or clear all orders. Equipment. You can see what equipment they're currently using. So generally the idea is you make equipment. You throw it into one of the chests that's controlled by the town. And they will go in and grab the stuff that they feel is necessary for themselves. So in this case, our little blacksmith, he grabbed a helmet, a chest plate, and some boots for himself. They'll also pull out weapons too, if they don't have them already. And there's different, and what we didn't cover in the other ones is there's magic stuff. So in this case, this guy use magic instead of a regular weapon. I did not give that to him. I think he might have pulled that one out on his own. It's something we probably looted from the underground at some point. He's got one too. So you can see they got different quality. So if you want your people to fight better, not die as fast, you give them, you help them get better stuff. So you go out and you go mine up some iron or gold or whatever, make the items, throw it into one of the chests that they have access to, and they will equip it. There's also cosmetic stuff, which we haven't made any yet, so don't really care. So that's that. So there's the equipment stuff. Diets, basically just tell what kind of food do you want them to eat. Want to eat all this stuff, or go, no, I don't want you to eat any of it, or I want you to eat all of it, or I just want to eat, don't eat rabbit legs, that kind of thing. In general, there's no real reason to not do this. We haven't had a food issue whatsoever. So diet, restrict. This is, there's a zone. So the bluish thing, that's the zone that they're supposed to be guarding. Now we can only see the edge as we move out. So in this case, defend the zone. So defend. Sorry, this is the what we wanted. So the blue area, this is the area that our villagers will go out to protect, and you can expand and contract it as you want to. I just, not too long ago, expanded out this area, and we want to do this. Why do we want to defend the interior parts of the walls? Because things happen at night. There's a day-night cycle. Basically, during the day, it's all nice and peaceful. At night, after the sun comes down, there will be zombies floating around. And we also have an issue with raiders from time to time. Raiders are currently approaching Rocketville from the southwest, so over lower left-hand corner. So more than likely, they're going to come up to this entryway and try to bust their way through the doors, and hopefully everybody comes out to, defend. Which defending zone is right here. So bad guys show up here, good guys come out and help defend there. Work priorities. This is basically where you get to the RimWorld type stuff, or this type of game. Your little settlers have, abilities or skills. Unfortunately, we have a problem with our husbandry. We have nobody who does husbandry. We only have one person who does fishing, two to do hunting. Hunting and fishing, not a big deal. We got enough farmers to for the food. We got one fertilizing per person, which is somewhat concerning, but it's okay. And that's Bob's job. Bob's job is to deal with the bullshit. Husbandry, though. Husbandry is the one that takes care of the animals as far as the, getting, taking the wool off them and that kind of fun stuff. Our little guy's being chased by a zombie. We should go help him. Helps to have the right screen up. Slave. So yes, the weapons have different. Well, this is a axe for chopping down trees. You can use these to defend yourself, but they don't do a whole lot of damage. You really want to stick with the weapons. Or you can pull out the flamethrower. A little bit better than the glaive because of better range. But it eats up mana. Regular weapons like the glaive don't do any. They don't eat up any type of resource. And if you can hear the music going, the raiders are on their way. We'll talk about the rest of the town once the raid is done. And I think you can. It's the defense restricting. So you can tell your people what to do. So unrestricted means they can wander anywhere. And, telling them to defend the zone, that's really all they do. I wish there was yeah, that's okay. That's actually not, it's not horrible. This isn't super, super complicated as far as what they do. And of course the raiders, when they come running in, they're going to have to deal with the zombies on the way in too, because zombies don't care. Oh, and you can have signs, which we didn't look at. So welcome to Ronketville. And then there's another sign hidden up behind a sunflower, and I get GTFO. Aha. These things we made to put them here. Here come the raiders. You can see them on the mini map in the upper right hand corner. Here they come. And here come my little friendlies. And yes, there is friendly fire. Gotta drink a healing potion. As you can see, they have ranged weapons too. I'm not sure if our people died or not. I think they might have. Not that I killed them, but... See, this is pretty effective because it's not blocked by targets. So, how many people do we have left? Oh, nobody died. We're still at 16. Now we can pick up all the loot. Are you late to the party, Mr. Raider? Yes, you are. So, fun. And it seems the size of the raids seems to be dependent on the size of your village. Because that's like our third or fourth raid so far, and they seem to be getting bigger and bigger. And it seems to be, as far as I can tell, it seems to be based on the size of your village and how many villagers you have. So, just regular people, and then at nighttime, we didn't really have a chance to talk about it, but at nighttime, there's zombies running around. Like there. So it just makes it a little bit more, it's not really challenging so much as, well, in the beginning of the game, it's a different story. Because again, this is not I've been playing for 10 minutes type deal. This is I've been playing for 12 hours type deal. So Gimpy's decked out somewhat in his golden armor. He's got the golden glaive, and there's actually magic enchantments you can put on items. Like his glaive is currently got the plus 15% to damage, plus 5% to crit chance and 10% to attack speed. So it's a little bit better than a regular glaive. You can also put enchantments on your tools. Like the pickaxe here does more tool damage than normal. So it does 10% more. So instead of doing 90 damage for when it's mining, it does 99. So that's kind of nice. And again, there's different types of those kind of things. Like we use our little bookcases for holding these. So enchanting scroll. Used to enchant an equipment item with keen, single use. So it does 4% of damage. That's related to aware enchanting thing. So this is used to enchant a summon weapon with aware. So more damage, more crit. Does plus 20% summons target range, whatever that does. What's a Necesse? It's a game. It's a game that I'm currently playing, Fenny. Welcome back. Oh, and there's a nice little, training dummy, targeting dummy. It's basically a good way to see how much DPS your weapons do. You can see it's compared to the little axe. Oh shit, that was not what I was supposed to be doing. Did we kill it? It should be in our inventory. There it is. So, the axe. We've removed that. So don't use the axe on that, because that's not what it is. So I guess you can test the DPS on this. Oops. Oh, this isn't a target dummy, is it? Oh, this is an armor stand. I don't want an armor stand. I don't remember why I have armor stands on me. But the training dummy is supposed to be out here. Yeah, for testing of stuff. You can see DPS isn't quite as good as the glaive, but it's also a range too. NSWA Ace of Spades. Welcome to the stream. Spiritor, welcome back. It's different yet familiar. Yes, again, it's like I was saying earlier, it's like, oh, and your little friends, your little villagers, see how they're going out and they're picking stuff up too? The coins, and they'll go put it somewhere. I don't know where they're going to put the coins, but they're picking up the coins. There's little boats. The water, you move really slowly in the water, just swimming around. But if you have a boat on you, you just hit F, and now you're on a boat. Hey, Ring, welcome back. Playing with viewers? Not currently, no. I'm playing this on Steam this past few days. Yeah, I've been playing it off and on for the last week or so. Got this. Actually, the boat was a nice little segue to the next thing we want. Actually, no. We want to go... So this is just the upper world. This is the island that we're on, which is a forest biome or whatever it's supposed to be. Oh, this guy wants to talk to us, or should be able to talk to us. He's a guard type person. Stop moving. Get out of my bedroom, you jerk. Why don't you join my settlement? You'll join for 208 coins. What can he do? He can help haul stuff. So he's basically just here to fight. So... Sure, we'll hire you. Get to work. So he will, occupy one of the bedrooms. I guess I should check to make sure we have room. Pretty sure we do. We have 17 settlers now. There's 6 bedrooms there. This is 12, 16. So is that 22? We got room. So get that. This is our farm area. This is where all the food's being grown. It's been harvested recently, it looks like. And this is the most important thing. Well, very important thing, the ladder down. So now we go underground. The little underground outpost. We have a little workstation to build stuff if we need it. We got a storage thing if we need that too. Before we get too distracted from doing this too. So, there's all kinds of stuff down there. More than just zombies. There's zombies down here. There's a different type of zombie. There's basically 3 types of zombies I'm aware of. There's the regular melee zombie. There's a ranged zombie with a bow. And then there's a third one called a crawler. It looks like it's crawling on the ground. Well, how's it different than the melee? It seems to be faster. It seems like it moves faster. And also when you hit it with the weapon, it doesn't get knocked back as much. So it's if you don't back up while you're swinging at it, it keeps, running into you and doing damage. So, underground zombies before Project Zomboid. Yes. Anyway, so underground, lots of different stuff down here. Like I said, there's zombies, there's goblins, I think, vampires, giant spiders, the little black things running around. Those are little spiders. But there's bigger version of them running around. There's like a little mole man type thing that you can see it moving through the underground. Then it pops up and starts shooting at you. Then this is a special level. 7 days underground zombies also say hello. Anyway, so this is another level going down. Now this is different though. There's nothing down here to kill you as far as monsters around. The problem is none of the doors open. There's traps, so you gotta be careful of those. The axe would normally be able to go through these walls if they're regular walls, but it doesn't touch them. Explosives don't work. Those are why you don't like doing underground bases there. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what this is supposed to be, because you can't get into them. I think you might have to kill a boss in order to open this up. Now, I was able to get the coins and stuff. There's like it was a chest here or something. And if you can get into the lever, which you can't reach. But there was, like I said, there was a chest here. I tried to use an explosive on the door. Obviously, as you can see, it didn't work. But exploded the chest inside the room, and so the coins are sitting there waiting to be taken. But like I said, there's that. And if you stand on this little pressure plate up here, it shows you the pathway you're supposed to go through here. I'm guessing to get up to there. But I don't know how you get in there in the first place. There's a switch on the ground to the south there. A switch to the ground on the south. Narrow passage. It's this. It's what it does. It's just telling you what path you're supposed to take through there. It doesn't actually open anything. Unless there's... Maybe it's it requires multiple people to do this? Yeah, it's that. These are all traps. Try following that pattern. What are you trying to do? Get me killed? So go like that through here? Maybe? Well, I'll step on this one and see what happens. Oh, I think you're right. Damn it. We need somebody to go stand on there. Ow, ow, ow. Stop it. So that's how you're supposed to do it. Tricky. So, I can see that you basically need somebody and a second person to do this without doing a scream cap type stuff. I'm standing on it now. Ring is my multiplayer person. And you can see in the middle room here, look at all the gold. Thank you, Ring. Okay, so I'll do... Ow, ow, ow. Up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Over 3. Down 1. Oops.
You need to get up and step away from the computer. That was really bad.
That wasn't that bad. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Side. 3. Ta-da. Of course, you know, as you can see, the problem is that didn't actually help. Because the door still isn't open. Step on the place at the end? No, they're just... No, they're not doing anything. What did you notice? You have to retrace your steps. You're gonna have to burn to death. Well, we can do this. Four. Run. Okay, no problem. So, what did you notice? Because that didn't actually accomplish anything going through there. Lights at the top were lighting up when you originally stepped into the trapped area. I think it might be showing you how many times you can take misstep before it locks up. Was it? Oh, is it one of those type of puzzles? Well, let's try again. Oh, probably put that in so you can't brute force your way through. Would be my guess. Like what I just to get out of here. Oops, and I screwed that up. Yeah, I have a feeling that's what it is. Let's try one more time. So, 3, 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and over 3. Go down 1, over 3. I didn't go down far enough. I'm good at this. One more. So, 1, 3, 4. Way, and then 5. 3. 1. 4. 3. Up 2. And the door's open. Okay, so now what do we do? Just go out? So that's it. And the point of that was to do what exactly? Just to get out of there? I mean, what was the actual point of that? Yeah, I probably need to complete all 4. Anyway, we'll come back to this later, because this will take something we can't do in 5 minutes. And let's make sure it's not reset. It's still open. Okay, so something you don't have to do in one run. Okay, so again, the whole point of coming down here underground is resources. Lots of rock you can dig. This was a home of some vampires that we cleaned out, although I think they will respawn there from time to time. There's also copper, iron, gold, ore in the walls from time to time. You run into different rooms with different stuff in there. We're actually on the side of the map too, so we can't go too much farther to the east. Yes, we figured it out, and I appreciate the help. Really do. And there's some of the tracks. There's the zombie right there. Drop some stuff. Oh, map fragments. You collect map fragments, and once you collect so many of them, usually 2 or so, you put them together, and it opens up the map, different parts of the map for you. Like this is where we are currently underground. There's a world map. So this is what we know of the world so far. So we're right here in the middle. There's snow down there, which we've discovered. There's some plains. We haven't been over there yet. Stuff. So Basically, that's what you're picking up map fragments for, is to open that stuff up. So you can see what it is. Or you can just go out and explore too, I think. I don't think you need the maps. I think it just makes life a little bit more easier to give you some stuff to aim for. So anyway, we're picking up the railroad tracks here. And why are we doing that? Well, because we do actually... Again, this is hey, how'd you get in here? Not supposed to be in here. Anyway, so, train tracks. Oh, look, there's a minecart you can use. Look. But can you fish? Yes, you can fish. Clink. So, then you can just, this is a track that I built, as you can tell. Just get out and go up here. Oh, look, this is the starting house. So yes, this is actually one, it's basically, the underworld is the same size as the island map. It's just that it's not quite, what's the word? It's not the same, like we're not, when you go underwater, you used to be underwater, and the above map, you can't build a ladder to come downstairs, basically, in the water. I don't think you can, I haven't tried. It'd be funny if you could, but I don't know why you'd want to. But as you can see, there's different stuff here. And what's the purpose of the magma? I don't know. Yes, underwater dungeons would be funny. Oh yeah, drop a torch every now and then to, you know, keep stuff lit up so you can see what's going on. Okay, so, and again, this is... I've harvested a lot of the iron and copper and gold that was in here already. Not all of it, because I haven't been everywhere. Because you can see the big black spaces. But there's really good chances that there's stuff inside there yet. If you want to get, you know, really 100% type stuff. If you don't get a little overboard. So you can see they're over there. And there's one of the crawler zombies. We've already cleaned out everything over there. Anyway, so we're done looking at here. And what we're going to do is, sorry, that's not what I want to do. We want to take the cart back to where we were, because that's where everything is. Well, the important stuff is there. There, and it goes back up. Okay, so there's that. So you got your upper world, you got your lower world. Basically, the really good resources are underground. Above ground, you run into some stuff, but not nearly as much as you do underground. Let's see. So, and again, your guys, they're doing their jobs. They harvest the food. They actually even, if you have them set to crafting, they actually even make their own food too, which is really nice because we've got 100 bread ready to go. We've got roasted rabbit legs and steak. Well, the steak that's what I put in there for them. The fish. So the fishermen are doing the fish. This guy. Patrick the Angler. And yes, these people can be renamed. I think I said that earlier. Renamed, right? I think I said that earlier. Your settlers can't be renamed. Change their name. So if you feel unlucky. So anyway, so like I said, they're collecting the resources. They're coming over here making food because they do eat. They do have happiness requirements. So you want to keep them happy if you can. And let's see. Does our new person that's supposed to be a guard have equipment? Who was that? Was that Christine is our new person? So she's already got her stuff. She's already decked out in iron. I think they use your resources too to make gear. I think. But anyway, we're going to do a little bit of exploring. Basically, this map is, you know, just this big. It's the edges of it right there. And I just saw earlier that the world map is somewhat large. The total world is fairly large. Consider yourself relative to your spawn, relative to the world. So relative to your spawn, not relative to where you are. Again, these are just spots that we've opened up using that stuff. It is procedural. Yes, it's all procedural. So each game will be different. As you can see, when you get to the edge of the map, you get a little button, travel east, and you get to pick where you want to go. In this case, we're going to go down to the snow because that's a different biome, and you'll see what I mean by that. And then we come in at the top corner of the map. We've been here before. We've even set up a little base and everything. There's little ducks floating around the water that you can, you know, shoot and kill for food. Not a joke. So this biome, why is it different? Why is it a different biome? Different resources. Does the snow, is there actual cold? No, not from what I can tell. You don't freeze to death. Mainly because they don't have the equipment, the character inventory set up for that kind of stuff. They could, I imagine, but they currently don't. Be interesting little mechanic though. Okay, so as you can see, we set up a little outpost, put some torches around it. We've got a little place to build food or make some food if we want. Like, oh look, where did we get all the? Oh, we've been carrying around all this mutton. I forgot. And steaks too. When we had the culling, I really should have dumped some of this stuff off, but yeah, it's okay. Okay, so, and then we have a workstation here to build stuff if we need to. It's basic stuff for the most part. What are you doing here, Troy the Hunter? I don't think Troy is part of our group, is he? Oh, funny. If you're not on the map with your settlement, you can't do anything about your settlement. So, Troy, how you doing? Any selling and buying stuff? What are you selling? Or we can sell to him. We can sell some leather or wool that he'll buy. He's currently selling an iron bow, some arrows, some shuriken or ninja stars. Ninja stars. You'd like to join my settlement. We do not have enough leather for him to join us, but what can he do? Hunting. He doesn't really do anything we want. And what I found out is, hey Tibor, welcome back. Happy Saturday. I'm doing well. How are you doing? Can we fish with dynamite? Presumably Troy is hunting. He is hunting. Can you fish with dynamite? I haven't tried. But we do have dynamite we can always test with. Anyway, Hunter. We don't need him. And the thing is we do hire him. He goes back to our settlement right away. He doesn't hang around here. He doesn't follow us around. He goes right back as soon as you hire him. How do I know? Because I hired a hunter over here a while back. And he just, as soon as I hired him, poof, he's gone. He's back in town. Okay, so we're going to go downstairs. Oh, look. There's a giant spider in this area, probably. So this is the frozen biome underground. Different resources. We got snowstone instead of regular stone. This is supposed to be spider webs. Oh, also down here we have frozen dwarfs. Frozen dwarfs throw little frozen javelins at you. Little bastards. Looks like copper here. Yep. And of course we have our typical zombies. Just trying to mine. Oh yeah, the diamond that was set up. Oh, what are you? Oh, you're stealing the crystals. So he had frost shards on him, which we need to make stuff. Put a drop of torch here so we know we're down there. Frozen Dwarf. You looking buying this as? How are you finding it? I'm enjoying it. As I was said at the start of the stream. Basically, I was looking at it on Monday morning or something just to see whether it was stream worthy. And next thing I know, an hour has passed. Next thing I know, it's this morning, and I look at my Steam time, and I'm like, yeah, at 12 hours. So, I'm kind of enjoying it. Just saying. Frozen dwarves to go with the roasted dwarf saw the other day in Baldur's Gate 3. Sure. There was a roasted dwarf? Was there? Oops, that's not one. Torches aren't lighting. That one is. Why isn't the torch not lighting here? Look, it's a flamethrower. And as for a better view, then where did the time go? Exactly. It's been flying by. So how come that torch works there? That one works there. How come this torch wasn't working? Can torches be turned on and off like in Terraria? I don't think so. No, these aren't being turned on and off. I don't know why these aren't lighting, though. The other ones are. I mean, and they are torches, so I don't know why they're not lighting. Maybe there's something special about that area. I'm looking for the good stuff. Trying to hurt me. I'm down here just exploring. I'm not trying to cause trouble. Another mining cart. Here's one of their javelins. Oh, what's this?
Hello, Gimpy. It is time to take a break. Go check on the dogs.
I almost died there.
Your next break is in 1 hour.
Another one of those things stealing stuff. Again, I'm looking for what he's actually stealing. We'll worry about that later. Bobby. Come here, spider. And there's a vampire flying around. I had to go this way anyway, Mr. Vampire. I wasn't chasing you. I had to go that way anyway. Okay, so I'm going to take a quick break. We'll come back here and continue our adventuring. So again, what I'm looking for is this should clarify. The frost shards. We need this to make better stuff. So that's what we're actually down here for. I have a feeling we're going to have to make a chest and store a lot of this crap, though. Actually, let's hop upstairs and... Can I make a chest? Do I have a chest already? Chest. Where are we? This is all the stuff we can currently make from this workstation. I haven't memorized where everything is. I'm not even sure. Can we make a chest from here? It's a trough. Workstation. Oh, there we go. So we just need some logs real quick. Sorry, trees. Although, actually, I planted these trees last time I was here. Because I chopped down all the other ones that were here. What are we doing with those? Bind to... How do I combine them? That's not it. I think you combine them in your inventory. So, boots. Nighttime. There's a guard named Penny. Fanny. Okay, remind me when I get back. Where'd that chest go? This. Okay, so I'm going to throw you. Oh, here's a nice little thing to... The facing of items is dependent on what direction key you press. So like that's the back end of it. By pushing up, press down, you see the front, left, right. It's kind of cool, but takes a little bit of getting used to. Anyway, so we're gonna throw some stuff in there in storage when we get back, and we'll rename character after Fenny. But we have to get back to town. We can't do that from here. We actually have to go back to town to do that. But anyway, I'm gonna get up, stretch my legs, get some water, that kind of thing. I'll be back in a few minutes. Thank you all very much for watching. Enjoy the dog video.